today we're gonna have about 30 minutes to create projects in different rooms. Like we're going to go to these breakout rooms to create together. And also, if you're watching this later as a recording, we're gonna cut all this part of the creating part because people are aside. And the recording is gonna be like super short, like 20 minutes, but at least you can see what people have created and also shared in the end. Cool?
Great.
Great. Up to you, Tal.
Awesome. So it's nice to see everyone saying their hellos and where they're calling from in the chat. Please feel free to keep saying hi. Kara already introduced our theme for the day, Bring a Book to Life, which is one of my favorites. And we're also showing here that if you go on octostudio.org/learn, you will find access to some of these learning materials like these slides that we're using today in the video. Maybe we can go to the next slide and play this video that's going to give us a little bit of an introduction to the theme and share some inspiration.
Cool.
Hey everybody! Today we're going to bring a book to life. And I think it would be fun to do that with OctoStudio, which is a free creative coding app that you can use on mobile phones, tablets, and Chromebooks. Here are some examples of book-inspired projects from people all around the world. To get started coming up with ideas for your project, you could ask yourself, what's a story or a book that you like? What's a character from that story that you really resonate with? And what do they do in that story? Where does it take place? I really love this book called There's Nothing There, where Arali and her mom are observing nature on their walk back from school. Let's see what project we can make inspired by this book.
To get started, I'm going to hit Create New Project. And I'm going to start by picking a sprite. You can pick a sprite from the library, you can draw your own, or you can take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of Arali in the book. Great. And now I'm going to cut it out. And next I'm going to pick a backdrop. You can take a picture for your backdrop too, but I'm going to pick one from the library. I think this one would be great.
Alright, that looks great. So now what should we have Arali do? In the book, she's going on a walk with her mom, so maybe we can have her walk here too.
I'll go in the motion category and pull out the Go To block. I can tap in the middle and select the place that I want Arali to walk to. And now I'm going to connect that to the When Play block, so that when I press play, we'll see Arali walk. Whoa, that was more of a run. Well, we can go on the shoe icon, and I'm going to pick the middle one to choose medium speed. Let's see what that looks like.
Okay, that looks much better. What else should we have Arali do? She's going on a walk with her mom and pointing things out, inviting her mom to notice things. So maybe we can have her say something. We can go to the words and sounds category, and I'm going to use the say block. I can tap in the middle and write in what I want Arali to say. I'm going to write, "Did you see that?" Just like she says in the book. And I'm also going to have her say that for 3 seconds. I can connect this to the Go To block. And let's see what this looks like in full screen. Perfect. I already love this project. But if I had more time, I think I would add another character, like maybe one of the creatures that Arali sees in the book. What about you? What book would you bring to life?
Yeah, what about you? What book would you bring to life? We can start maybe brainstorming while we go into breakout rooms. We really want to have as much time creating together today as we can.
Hey, everybody.
Hell, amazing. You were so inviting in this video and also live here with us. What a privilege. We are just going to share with you how to share a project in the Padlet, which is something, either Padlet or the LCL forum. Like we do have this Padlet there too. That is embedded. You don't have to go to the website. So first you can, if you're using your phone or a tablet, you can save the project into your device. You know, it could be a video, a GIF, the OctoStudio file, so other people can play with it. And then you go to the Padlet, you can either access it through the QR code or the link. or if you already have Padlet installed on your phone, you can just go there. And then you upload your project there. And then one thing we just say, like, you can upload the project or you can upload an image and all, but if you could also share something more about your project and your process, that would be amazing. So for example, a title for the project, but also, oh, I created this inspired by this book that I really love, or this book that I used to read when I was a kid. Anything like this short story about what inspired you to create this. And one thing also that is interesting is because other people might see it and think, hey, that's pretty cool. How did you created this? So if you want to share the code that you used for that, it's also nice. You can share it as a comment after your post. So that's it. Can we see again the question style just to get inspired? What is a character you want to add to the story? What do they, just to start thinking about it? What do they say or they do? And where does this story take place? Like you can think of a scenario. You can, if you have a book around, or if you have something with you that could actually illustrate that and you want to use in your project, would be also amazing. I just want to say that we do have this amazing group of facilitators with us here today. If you want to say hi in your language pretty fast, like.
Hola, buenos días, ¿cómo están?
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao, buongiorno.
Ciao, buon pomeriggio.
Namaste.
So, we're going to have rooms in different languages, and some of the rooms are going to have facilitators that you can count on to, just be there, but also they will be participating, they will be creating together. But if you need anything, also you can ask and or visit us in this main room to support you.
And if anyone is new and needs some help finding out where to go, you can just tell us what language room you want to be in, and we can assign you to the room as well.
That's
I
it.
need to go downstairs and get a book.
Cool. Yeah,
To
that's
make
what
a
I'm thinking of
project
doing, is
about.
just go behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, have some fun and see you later here.
In about 30 minutes.
Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
Is everybody happy, inspired, enough chill?
Have a good time.
Did you have a good time? Yes. Hope
I
so.
can't wait to see what everyone made. Everyone was really focused in our breakout room. We were chatting, but I think we were also like, we were excited to make projects.
Amazing. Let's take a
So
look.
feel free to share in the chat about what you made or your process or an idea that's sticking with you. But also if anyone is ready to come on and share to the group, you can always hold your phone or your tablet out like this and talk a little bit about what you made.
I can jump in very fast. I have on my students to student. I don't know you hear it. It's something that I put it with my students created the character. And then I ask them to speak in English and speak in Spanish. So they give you the confidence, the students, especially they are learning English. So they put it some letters or some numbers or some colors that they give you, for example, in English, and they say try in Spanish. So in Spanish first and then in English. So they give you the confidence to the students to learning at the same time, but in gamification to be part of that. So learning at the same time, practicing and have fun at the same time and do coding, that is something that's exciting for the students. Thank you.
I love that. And what was the character that was in your project again?
It's a Lego. It's a Lego to represent the student.
Oh, cool. We
So
can
I
see
take
it
a picture.
sometimes, and then sometimes the background.
Oh, let me take the background so they can see it. So you hear it and you can see
Yeah.
it. And they move it and they make the recording the sound at the same time with the voice of the students. See, you record your voice and I want to practice in first in Spanish because it's you where you are feel confident, and then try to do in English. I don't force you, so you can see it, and your friends they can help you as well too. So they share it, girls versus boys, and do better. And at the same time, I said put it more in your coding. I only give you to the steps, but added something else, so they are in more like a book, or so they can go over there and make the stories and everything. They use the creativity. So I use as well to give you an examples with the Scratch or the Scratch Junior, so they can give you an idea and say this is only an example that you can create it something with your imagination, and also use the colors. So for example, how do you say live look in I'm sorry, en español se dice eh, eh,
Azul
azul claro,
claro.
azul claro, y cómo se dice en inglés. So, and the students practicing with other students say, yes, they're correct, or no, you are not correct. So I believe so that provided confidence and creativity at the same time for the students.
I love how you're mixing. I love a lot about what you just shared, but I love that you're mixing, language practice with making something with code and media. And I also love what you said that you gave them a very simple starter project so they can take it in their own direction by adding more code. I feel like sometimes for me as a facilitator, it's tempting to want to give an example or a starter that's very cool and flashy, but sometimes that doesn't leave room for the student to say, well, this is the direction I want to take it in. So I love that you just shared that. Thank you, Javier.
Can I just add that Javier in our room asked about coding cards to use? And maybe Natalie can put them chat again, that there are coding cards to support OctoStudio as well.
Amazing. Anybody else want to share? Oh, Andres. And you can share your project, but just like Javier did, if you want to share something about like your practice or what you do when you do OctoStudio activities, I think that could be really helpful for everyone too. So, Andres, you want to share what you worked on?
Yes, I just want to share the Bring a Book to Life project that I did. I used Anthony Brown's book, The Zoo, which is this one. I don't know if you know the author. It's pretty
Oh,
well. And then the
Parado
project that I did was the book is about a boy going to the zoo and talking with his father, and there's a scene which has penguins, and then the penguins just start up. The penguins just play around. They're walking, and then they swim.
I love
So
that.
I used the book as a background, and then I knew that there was a penguin emoji, so I used it, and that's been a great activity. I've been using also ones that you've shown in your tutorials in YouTube, and the one I've used also with OctoStudio, which has been a really great success, and I love it because I take students outside, is the one in which you do like you use a pair of mirrors, and then you just use some background, and you move it around. It's in
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
you know which one?
RuPaul's kaleidoscope idea.
The kaleidoscope, yeah. And that's a great one because you take students outside, and it's super easy to get started and set up because you just need a few things moving, and you can take photos and cutouts, and then just have those things moving around. And then kids are so into it, and I love it because I take kids outside and they taking photos of the sky or anything, whatever it's around them. So I love that because it's an opportunity for me to take them out of the classroom, which I really like doing.
I love that. And I would love to see what some of these projects look like, or maybe even learn a little bit more about how you introduce the activity to students, if you do any kind of demos or what you show them before they get started. And so if you want to if you want to share any of that, the forum is a great place to share that. I know that I would be really interested. Because I've never actually done the kaleidoscope activity also outside. I think that's a really cool remix of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share. I'm sure to share.
So we
Thank
do
you.
have a comment from Carmelo's room.
Carmela, do you want to come on and share a little bit about what you saw in your room?
I think Karina and Merve, I don't know,
Karina has their hand
Perfect.
raised. Yeah,
they could share.
Yes,
perfect
I
time.
would like to first really appreciate Camilo help us to try the first try. And I did also with a similar project, like want to bring our textbook character alive. And I did try this. And also, I don't know whether I found the bug or no, but if in the future our studio could add like, because at the very beginning I tried to just type the Chinese words there, and we all assume that it can set it automatically, but however it cannot work. And when I try another one with the English, it did work by itself. So I don't know whether you can embed it more language into.
Yeah,
So
right
can
now
help
you can
more,
do
yeah,
one
more
language.
speakers.
One,
Yes.
if you try to change the language on the
Oh,
homepage to Chinese, then it will probably read it. Right now, and it only does one language at a time, unlike Scratch, which does multiple.
oh, so do
So
I
you
need to
could
change
try
from
that
the
and it
setting?
should read it. Yeah, if you change
Oh,
and you can just switch the language back and forth on the homepage. And if you change to Chinese, I think it should read it in Chinese.
okay. I will try it right now.
Let us
Thank
know.
you.
Let
Thank
us
you.
know, because if that doesn't work, maybe changing the system language works. David, do you want to share something? You want to share your project or an experience?
Yeah, so so what I decided was, since where we are is where we are, to try to make the book Lifelong Kindergarten as an interactive Octo project. So this is our little bunny, and I had fun making him jump as he tries to find his way into this learning environment. And then he gets to the classroom and he sees the Octo, who says, "Shake it up," because there he is. And on the other side is his peer. And then if you shake it up, he says, "See my project." And they go and see the project. And they say, "Wow." And then their passion is kindled. So I thought, let's figure out how to make that. And it was a lot of fun.
I loved it so much. Actually, would you be able to show the beginning one more time? I saw something interesting happen.
Sure.
Very
Let's try
beginning.
that. Doink, doink, doink.
Yeah, I love how the bunny, like, it really looks like it's going down the alley. How did you do that in the code?
Yeah, that was quite cool. So that was an experiment that I tried. Let me show you. So I wondered if I could make it, I have to show it this way, if I could make it move and jump at the same time. So here is the jumping, and at the same time, it is moving. And the cool thing is the nice moving in Octo, you can set the direction. So I set the way it should move, and jump is one of the best things, as I said to my group of Octo, because it's so much fun to make things jump. And we always wanted to make things jump nicely in Scratch, and that was always work. And now, so it jumps as it moves, and it makes it look like he hops along, and then you set the angle so he stays on the path. I was late, so it's a bit of a rush, but it was a lot of fun. And now I have a little creative
Yeah, it
learning
looks
classroom.
great. I love it. Thanks so much for sharing. Solomon, hello.
Stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Good to see you all. And for me, I jumped in late, but I'm building on Pearl's project. Build is make my book respond to the actions on it. So I want when I tap on the balloon, that's to move. When I shake, the size reduces. That's reduced by 5, and I'm building on it such that when I tilt the size.
Oh, it really looks like it's floating.
Yes. So that's what my work in progress, and happy to share.
I love that. I use so many sensors, and what is you? So you put the iPad in a book, or what is the thing inside it? What is it inside of?
Oh, it's a box.
Oh.
Oh, Solomon, your microphone is off.
Okay, so I put the iPad in my book, a box. Then I had some things that read it.
Brought
But,
the book to life, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought about so this is going to be my big book, and I want to give it to bring it to life by making it respond actively real time with
Yes.
how people interact with.
Really
I
nice.
love this
A book,
interpretation of bring a book to life.
yeah,
And
a
yeah,
book
this
we
is one
can
of the
play
cool
with.
things about OctoStudio. The format of it means you can, if you're using it on a phone or a tablet, you can embed it in like a craft, a physical craft object. So thank you for showing us an example of that.
Would anyone like to share about an experience of how have been using OctoStudio so far?
So my context, I have helped start lots of clubs, but now I run my own little club again, which is a lot of fun in a science center. So children can walk in. And Octo is one of the best things for them to walk into because they can quickly share something to WhatsApp to a family member after having made a picture. So they can make something and share it out to mom or dad who might be at the coffee shop nearby. But it quickly hooks them into that whole creative learning spiral that you can choose a background, put something on it, and make it go, hello, and then off they go. And then they might come back to Code Club, which is really just, it's magical. That whole social media share is cool. And you can also leave it installed on the parent's phone. So as they walk out. Children of all ages. So, I mean, so our code club targets like 7 to 17, but if you're 4 or 5 and you want to sit on mom's knee and make something, you're welcome to be there. They won't be there for more than half an hour, and then they go play in the science center. But yeah, so many of the braver ones are under 12, and then when they get older, they're a bit more cautious and curious, and they will look. But
Right.
the young ones can generally get a device and play with it quite quickly. You want to
Mm.
make a picture? Do you like stickers? So I tend to call the sprites stickers in the beginning. And then let's put some stickers on the page, and then
That's
do
smart.
make the sticker move, and do it. Let's make it send a message to, and they'll say, "Oh, mom or dad or auntie or someone," and then they send it off. And yeah, that is a very tight loop that works super well. On whatever phone you've got, generally you can get Octo running, and that it runs offline and it has no data, and you tell the parents they can play with this when they get home.
Yeah, amazing.
It's a wonderful gift, so thank you to everybody.
Thank you for being exploring it. I see Nintendo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but you have your hand raised. So if you want to share.
I used Pooh. It's the house at Pooh Corner. So my Winnie the Pooh. So today it's been cold. Okay, that's today's project.
What we are doing with the kids using OctoStudio. These ones are what my kids are doing is mainly about what they were doing over the holidays. But for Riaz, what he was doing during the holidays, and unfortunately it's in Zulu, but yeah, I think he's buying bread. The parents are sending him to buy bread. So he goes and buys. They buy ShopRite. It's one of the biggest retailers shops here. And then Kanya. Yeah, I think Kanya is talking about crossing the road. We were doing directions. We're learning directions during term 1. And then, how to cross the road.
Namuhla sizobe sikhuluma ngezokuphepha emgwaqeni.
Safety on the road.
Ngaphambi kokuba uhambe ngaphesheya komgwaqo, kufanele ubeke kwesokunxele nakwesokudla. Uma uneminyaka engaphansi kweyi-12, kufanele abazali bakho bahambe nawe. Ngaphambi kokuba uhambe, qiniseka ukuthi asikho izimoto.
So in creative arts, we are doing a choral verse. So we are reading a poem. We're reading Macavity. There's other poem about these cats and naughty kids. So I asked them to go find a poem. Then they were reading it in class today. So I asked them to go and do a project on OctoStudio about their poem. So I'm looking forward also to what they're going to do. I will share when they're done. Nisha, sometime next week.
I would, if it's possible, I would like to share the kaleidoscope lesson I share with my students. It's just a slide deck, if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, you can share it in the forum maybe, because
Okay, I'll do it in the
we are
forum, sorry.
totally out of time. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
No, please, but please do share. I mean, if you have no issues in sharing, you know, with everyone, please do share your experiences as educators with OctoStudio and things you are even thinking of trying. We would love to know that. There's also this new question there in the forum that RuPaul posted this week. Like, how about using OctoStudio when you have a few devices for a big classroom, or even sometimes one device, you know, for a big group? Does somebody has an experience like this, or what would you think of creating around an opportunity to make that happen? So yeah, even more things, you know, for us to think about, different contexts. You're invited to share here in the Padlet and also in the forum, where we already have some projects too. So inspired, you know, so many books, stories, and characters that I myself didn't know, and I'm getting to know because of all of you. We're going to share the learning resources there. We shared also in the chat. And if you want it in another language, or if you want to change the example project to be more closer to your reality, let us know, and they're going to share with you like a, you know, this editable version that you can just translate and remix to your own context. Is that it? Am I missing something, Theo?
I think you covered it.
Cool. Thank you so much. We wish you had more time to hear from all of you, and yeah.
But all week, you know, feel free to share your projects and talk about what you're thinking of and your experience and your ideas. Yeah. Alrighty then.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao. See you.
See you.
Adiosito.
Bye.
Adios.
Adios.
Bye, ciao, adios.
Adios.